Welcome to the Cricket Fanatics Magazine Q&A with myself and Aditya. We'll be taking your questions. We're going to be answering all the questions that you guys pose to us. It's your opportunity to put your questions in the live chat, and then we will discuss them and try to answer them as best as possible. Please note that we're obviously doing this off the top of our heads. So we're using the information and the frames of reference that we currently have, and we don't have Google right in front of us necessarily that we're going to be typing away to factually check everything that has been asked us. We'll be giving you our opinion on everything. To the guys that are joined to this channel, thanks for subscribing. And the guys that are new, please, you know what you have to do. Subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell for all future videos. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your Q&A session on our daily show. I'm your host Khalid. There's Aditya with me, and we're here to answer all of your questions. So first and foremost, welcome to the show, Aditya. Great to see you there, buddy. It seems like you're a little bit frozen on my side. So I don't know if you want to just quickly just re-add yourself to the stream because you're currently frozen. I'm going to get into the questions so long until I wait for Aditya to rejoin the stream. So yeah, we want to try and do these Q&As as much as possible. Whenever there's a gap for us to be able to do one, we're going to try to do them because we want to take your questions and obviously have a chat to all of you guys and see what you guys have to say and what type of questions you want to ask us. It's very important that we do talk about it and give you guys an opportunity to obviously share your views with us as well. So let's get into the Q&A. I'm just going to wait for Aditya, I think, first and foremost, before we really start this. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you.
We're going to go straight into the Q&A. Let's see some of the questions that have been asked on the live chat here currently. First and foremost, we've got one from Abinab. I think that's how you pronounce it. Please take my question. Why Faf, Morris and Tahir not in the squad? Why South Africa is not playing with full strength? So I'm going to give you my point of view currently from the information that we've been given. So first and foremost, Faf, I think he was contractually liable to play in the PSL. So obviously because of that contract that he had, he obviously had to play in that. Also, currently, we're not calling him into the squad as well because of obvious reasons. He's also concussed. But that has nothing to do necessarily with his selection because he was never going to play this series. So contractually, he's bound to play in the PSL. So I think that's the main reason why Faf is not involved. Morris, I don't think Morris and Graham Smith and the selectors have come to an agreement on what the terms are of him coming back. I think there's certain terms that maybe Morris wants and maybe that South Africa don't want to give him or vice versa. So I think those conversations still need to be had because the last time we heard there was some sort of relationship issue between them and the board and whatever the case may be. Tahir, I have no clue. I know, I'm going to trust my judgment on the person that I know as Imran Tahir. And I think that he would want to play for South Africa and that if South Africa called him, he would drop everything to play for them. Maybe also the PSL things, I'm not sure about that. If it may be contracts with regards to that as well. But I haven't heard anybody talk about him. I mean, the question was asked about Morris, Tahir, and AB, but the answer only came about Morris, AB, and Morris. We never heard anything about Imran Tahir or Imran Tahir's name even mentioned. So that's my view, but I think Aditya will also have some insight, obviously, from Graham Smith and the boys as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. We don't have a lot of clarity on why Imran Tahir is not playing. With Chris Morris, it looks like they don't have a great relationship because uh, Morris is offering one version of events, Graham Smith is offering another. So we actually don't know what Morris's future is in white ball cricket for South Africa. And for Faf du Plessis, he, I think there's this. Uh, he Faf has a very good relationship with Graham Smith and Cricket South Africa. So I think they have an understanding of uh, when Faf will be available to play and so on. And um, my guess is that uh, with the PSL, see, Faf is not a contracted player anymore. So with the PSL getting postponed, um, he had to, I guess, he had to take that call and yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so that's basically what we got on you over there. Ashit, you've asked us some question over here, but you said it over like a couple of paragraphs, obviously because you couldn't fit everything in. You said you did your research on and saw the playing 11s from all formats since 2019. The Proteas have not been following the transformation rule. They were lacking by 20 in 2019, 18 in 2020, and 19 and now 18 in 2021. I want to understand what you mean by that because I'm not understanding what you mean by that. Then you also saying, can you please explain when did the balance transformation numbers? I checked them the whole year and took the average kind of rule that they have that don't cover up the numbers in reality. I don't know because I haven't done the check myself. I just want you to go and double check how it works. Because I don't know exactly what their calculations are when they work it out. The broad spectrum is that in an 11, and this is across all formats, so they count up the transformation numbers and work out the percentage over a season from 1st of January to the 1st of December, the 31st of December, and they work out that entire year. And across formats, they want the balance to be about 60 point something percent, I think it is. Or if I remember correctly, Aditya can correct me if he knows anything more on it. But ultimately, it's 6 players of color. 2 of them must be Black African, and the rest can be players of color, so colored people, Indian people, etc. So that's how they work it out. So you need to go check how many people have been selected. We need a little bit more clarity from Cricket South Africa, and I would like to get someone on here to discuss it further and how exactly they do the maths to get it there. By the way, he says, because I've been answering his question, he says, by the way, who do you think is going to win today? All depends on the starting lineup. I think if South Africa do the changes that we wanted, then I think that South Africa can win the game. I think that they could win the game even if they pick someone like Aiden Markram. That would be interesting. I would like to see if they do. Or they play someone like Yanaman Malan or on a more attacking batsman in that top order. Then I think South Africa can really give West Indies a proper run for their money and really try and beat them in this match quite handsomely, not the way they won in the last game. I think the last game we weren't really sure first half, second half. I want a more dominant performance from South Africa, and I'm hoping that they can win today. Okay, Dicha, I'm going to give you this one. First and foremost, you can answer first. Verreynne for Klaasen and Magala should play instead of Lungi. Thoughts?
Interesting combination there. I wouldn't replace Klaasen with Verreynne. I'd replace him with an all-rounder. So perhaps Vian Mulder. I'd give an opportunity there just because he provides bowling as well. And Magala instead of Lungi, yeah, that's an interesting one. I think if we go from what the previous series against Pakistan indicated, more inclined to go with Lizard Williams. But I also don't think that. Look, I don't think Lungi's a terrible T20 bowler. He's a good bowler, and he got hit because he was that one bowler who the West Indies felt confident in targeting, and that's okay. He'll evolve. Give him time. And look, one thing that I want to say is it sounds a bit odd, but it needs to be said. I don't know if you guys have watched Andrik Nokia's little media interaction recently, where he said that between the Test series and the T20 series, they actually didn't have time to prepare. You know what we're expecting of our T20 bowlers. You know, it's slower balls and jokers, and they play with a different ball. They actually didn't have time to practice at all, and we need to take that into consideration because the West Indies bowling lineup is a little bit different there. So they have been practicing a little bit longer than the South Africans. So I think Lungi will get better with time, as will KG and Andrik Nokia. So yeah,
So me
it sounds
person,
a bit strange that we have to say that, but yeah,
yeah, no, I agree with your sentiments over there. I also don't think Lunki's a bad bowler. I mean, not so long ago he was like one of the bowlers of the tournament in the IPL. So you can't go from being one of the bowlers in the tournament to being a terrible player. I mean, come on. I think that's a bit harsh on him just because he got slaughtered in a couple of games. I mean, every bowler in the world has been slaughtered in a couple of games. So even the great Dale Steyn has been smacked around the park a lot of times as well. So so many bowlers have been. I would go with Markram for Klassen personally, and Lungi. I mean, I wouldn't mind actually having giving Magala an opportunity and seeing what he can do, or Lazard Williams for Lungi. I mean, I wouldn't mind actually giving that an opportunity. It would be interesting to see what they are capable of. PM saying any Man United fans here? Yep, me. I'm a Man United fan. I don't know. I don't know about you, Aditya, who you support.
yeah. I think I spent too much time watching cricket to be able to follow too much football. But yeah, I'm with you, brother. Man United fan also.
Okay, great. You better say that. No, I'm joking. Uh, we have to check over here what else there is because there's some statements here as well. Here we go. If AB de Villiers said in the last week of the IPL, just before the World Cup, that he's willing to stay and play for the Proteas one last time, do you think that he should be given the opportunity? That is Yo, Werner, you know exactly what you're doing to us for that question. You've read the ghosts of the X's of ghosts of what's it? What's it, the X's of ghosts past? What's it again? The movie. uh, I can't remember. I think it's the X's of Ghosts Past or something like that. It's called with Matthew McConaughey. When all the ghosts of his past come back, or whatever the case, and haunt him, whatever the case may be. I can't remember. But anyway, Abe de Villiers, if he has a crazy IPL and he's smacking the ball all around the field and being like this complete AB that we love and totally adore, and his average is like 70, then yeah. But if he's just putting on, I don't think I'll take him back. Not so close to the World Cup. I think it will just throw the whole mentality out of the team, which is so important. What is your thoughts, Aditya?
Absolutely, I agree with you there. No, too late. Sorry. Um, I love David de Villiers,
Me too.
and I would love to see him play for South Africa. But if there's a time for him to demonstrate his commitment, it has to be now. It can't be one week before, 1 week before the World Cup, or if he can't make a repeat of that 2019 debacle. Sorry,
Yeah, it's
not again.
completely through. No, not again, please not. Khalid, which format of the game do you feel is the most important? Test cricket 100% because it's my favorite. I don't know if Aditya.
That's cricket, absolutely. Every day of the week.
Why doesn't SA select cold pack returns like armor? Um, I don't know how to answer that question because I don't exactly know if the contact is still valid now at the moment because I know that they're not part of the county setup, but I don't know if they, because I know it's been cancelled or whatever, they're coming back down and COVID and all of those things. Um, I think they're just not playing them because they haven't played them for so long, obviously because of the Copac system, and they've got a team that they trust right now. I don't know how Homer is in the T20 arena. When he was playing in the Mzansi Super League, he was okay. He wasn't really lighting up the stage necessarily. And I don't know what his record is in England. So I can't really answer this question. I'll be lying if I can answer this question. What do you think, Aditya?
Look, one facet of the question that needs to be addressed, and it's something that Mark Boucher alluded to in one of his press conferences, that uh, they also is that domestic teams that play callbacks like Harmer or Dane Villas or Duan Olivier, is that the preference has to be given to players who've been in the South African system. Otherwise it's just going to destroy their morale. That callback players, they leave the system, go to England, um, get opportunities to play cricket, make a lot of money, come back, and then they're slotted straight away, into the domestic teams and subsequently the international teams. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure the process is going to be there, but it's going to be a little bit harder than them just coming back and getting opportunities to play for uh, their domestic teams and um, the international team. It's going to be a bit more challenging than that.
We have a comment over here saying Imran Tahir has retired. He has not retired from T20 cricket, only from ODI cricket, just to clarify that with you guys so you know that. We're going to take one more question. Just one more question because it's already 16 minutes and we said 15 minutes on the title. So we need to stick to our word as well. Let's just see if I can find one more. What about Miller's batting position? Aditya.
Complicated. In T20 cricket, I'm a fan of David Miller at 5.
I agree. I think currently, I think that's the best position for him. But I also think that, like I said again so many times, I think that batting positions should be adaptable. That situations should determine when you come out and when you don't come out. And that's what's so important, that you pick the strongest batting lineup you possibly can from 1 to 6 or 1 to 5, 1 to 6. So, yeah, that is my opinion on that. But guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for doing this Q&A. Let us know in the comment section if you want to see more of this, of course. We will love to bring you more of them. So just let us know if you would like them. Otherwise, we won't bring them anymore for you if you don't like them. So thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please download the latest issue of the magazine. I'm going to put the link up on the screen right now, and the link is also in the description. You can become a subscriber for free and get every single back issue for free. So there's no reason why you shouldn't sign up to Cricket Fanatics Magazine's digital magazine. It comes to your inbox monthly, and all the content is themed from all the best experts, all the best fan content in the world that you can find. So go ahead and find that. It's in the links or in the description. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow with a preview show at 12 and as well as a daily show at 7. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the game.